Have you ever caught yourself doing the same thing over and over, even when you know it's not good for you? Maybe you scroll mindlessly through your phone late at night, even though you promised yourself you'd sleep early. Or you stay in a job you dislike just because it feels familiar. Why is it so hard to break free? Why does stepping into something new feel scary? Today, we're diving deep into the science of habits to uncover why your brain loves routines and why it resists change. At the core of every habit is your brain's natural desire for comfort and predictability. Scientists call this the habit loop, a cycle of cue, routine, and reward. Once your brain identifies a pattern that works, it favors that pattern because it's efficient. Change, on the other hand, demands energy. Your brain sees the unknown as risky. Think about it. Trying something new triggers a tiny alarm inside your head. Your mind asks, what if it fails? What if I feel uncomfortable? And suddenly, that cozy, familiar routine doesn't seem so bad anymore. The fear of change isn't just in your head, it's a deeply biological response. Your brain is wired to prioritize safety. Thousands of years ago, sticking to known routines could mean the difference between life and death. Exploring unknown paths was dangerous. While we may no longer face the same threats today, our brains haven't completely caught up. That is why fear and discomfort still arise whenever we try something new. Here are some examples you might recognize. Skipping the gym. Even though you know exercise improves your health, your brain prefers staying on the couch. The discomfort of moving your body feels bigger than the long-term reward of fitness. Staying in an unfulfilling job. You might dream of pursuing your passion, but the fear of financial instability or the unknown keeps you in the same role. The predictability of your current routine outweighs potential growth in the short term. Social habits. You avoid meeting new people or attending new events even when you want to. Your brain clings to familiar social circles because unfamiliar situations can trigger anxiety. Breaking addictions or small vices. Smoking, overeating, or excessive screen time are habits that provide instant gratification. The brain struggles to let go because the reward feels immediate while the consequences feel distant. Our brains are wired to seek rewards and avoid punishments. When we repeat a behavior that brings pleasure or even just reduces discomfort, our brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Over time, these neural pathways strengthen, making the habit automatic. This is why habits can be so powerful. The more you repeat them, the more your brain hardwires them, and the harder it is to break free, even when you consciously want to change. Let's dig deeper into the habit loop. The first part is the cue, the trigger that tells your brain to start a behavior. It could be feeling stressed, seeing your phone, or passing a familiar cafe. Next comes the routine, the behavior itself. This is the part we often think of as habit, like scrolling social media, snacking, or checking emails repeatedly. Finally, the reward, the satisfaction your brain receives for completing the routine. This could be a small rush of dopamine, the relief of stress, or the comfort of predictability. Over time, this cycle repeats until the behavior becomes almost automatic. You don't need to think about it. Your brain does it for you. Let's look at what happens in real life. Imagine a student who procrastinates every time they have an assignment. The initial discomfort of starting triggers stress, so their brain seeks relief by scrolling through social media instead. This creates a reward loop. Procrastination feels good in the short term, even though it harms them in the long term. Or consider someone trying to eat healthier. The temptation of sugary snacks triggers cravings. Choosing the salad over a cookie feels less rewarding, so the brain defaults to the easier, more pleasurable choice. Think about a person who wants to start meditating daily. At first, sitting quietly feels uncomfortable. Thoughts wander, anxiety rises, and the brain craves distraction. Without immediate reward, the habit often fails. But gradually, as the habit builds, the reward shifts from short-term comfort to long-term mental clarity and calmness. Even small decisions are influenced by habit loops. From brushing your teeth, to making coffee, to checking your phone first thing in the morning, every choice is part of a network of habits shaped by our brains over time. Here's something fascinating. Habits aren't just individual, they're social. Humans are wired to mimic behaviors of those around them. If your friends exercise regularly, you're more likely to adopt the same habit. Conversely, if your social circle indulges in unhealthy habits, your brain will see them as safe and familiar, making change harder. The good news is that understanding the science of habits gives you the power to reshape them. Here's how. 1. Start small. Tiny changes create new neural pathways without triggering too much fear. Want to exercise? Start with a 5-minute walk. Want to eat healthier? Replace one snack a day. These micro-habits are easier to sustain. 2. Pair discomfort with reward. Make the new habit enjoyable. Listen to your favorite music while exercising, or treat yourself after completing a difficult task. Your brain starts associating the new behavior with pleasure. 3. Awareness is key. Notice the triggers and rewards in your habits. Once you're conscious of the loop, you can start reshaping it. Journaling, self-reflection, or tracking your behaviors can help your brain see patterns it didn't notice before. 4. Replace, don't remove. Trying to eliminate a habit without a replacement often fails. Instead of just quitting junk food, introduce a tasty, healthier alternative. Instead of avoiding your phone, designate a specific break time. 5. Patience matters. Habits are built over time. Research shows it can take anywhere from 21 days to over 2 months for a new behavior to become automatic, depending on complexity. Consistency beats intensity. Let's talk about habits in the workplace. Employees who fall into the same routines often resist innovation. Even when a new system could improve efficiency, the comfort of old methods prevails. It's not laziness, it's the brain valuing predictability over short-term uncertainty. In relationships, habits shape our interactions too. Couples may get stuck in repetitive patterns of argument or avoidance. Understanding why these patterns form, reward, comfort, or avoidance, can help individuals make conscious changes rather than feeling trapped. Even habits in learning follow this principle. Students may avoid difficult subjects because failure is uncomfortable. Their brains naturally cling to easier topics that guarantee success and dopamine rewards, slowing progress in areas that require effort and growth. Ultimately, our brains are creatures of habit because habits are survival tools. They keep us safe, efficient, and comfortable. But the same mechanisms that protect us can also keep us stuck. Here's the question for you. Which habits are keeping you in your comfort zone, and what would you do if fear wasn't holding you back? Reflect on it. Write your answer in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. Breaking free from old patterns isn't easy, but understanding the science behind habits is the first step. The question is not whether you can change, but whether you're ready to face the fear and step into something new. Thank you for watching Hidden Minds. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the mysteries of the human mind. Until next time, keep exploring your hidden mind.